Yeah, I know you're here because you want to be spontaneous in your relationship. Yeah, but before we get into that, I would like you to understand what it means to be spontaneous and the reason why so many are hesitant to be more spontaneous. Spontaneity involves unpredictability and it heightens intensity and excitement in a relationship. Spontaneity is the opposite of routine. Just the simple act of doing something unexpected for your partner can really change things around. Yeah, I know for some people, acting spontaneously can really be scary. Yeah, so the very first reason why so many are hesitant to be more spontaneous is fear of rejection. You want to suggest a weekend away from the kids in order to spark things up in your relationship, but you are afraid that your partner will think it's not a great idea. So the fear of rejection has made you hesitant to be more spontaneous. And the next one is lack of confidence. When you have self-confidence, you can easily and confidently take action. You are not constrained by fear, conflicts, or rigid thinking. When you're not powered by trust in yourself and in your relationship, it might be challenging to add spontaneity to your relationship. And for those who worry about making a mistake, might also worry about what others will think. So it's easier to try new things if you feel good about yourself. So the next is problem with rumination. If you obsessively replay negative scripts from the past or overthink things, you might be someone who ruminates too much. And this can stop you from taking the next step in your career or deepening your relationship. When you immerse your mind in all the bad things that happened to you in the past, you will likely opt to maintain the status quo rather than take risks. And rumination doesn't only impact your mental health negatively, it also increases your emotional distress. And this persistent focus on affecting your physical health negatively. So the fourth reason is obsessive compulsive disorder. Some can have difficulty being spontaneous because they have OCD. And this mental illness, in which people have obsessions and compulsions, keeps them in a perpetual state of anxiety. Those with OCD have obsessive fears and thoughts which they can't control. For example, maybe they are extreme about germs or have to do things in a certain order. Those with OCD also have repetitive behaviors like washing their hands, counting their money over and over. So if you have OCD, you might find it difficult to change up your routines with your partner. So number five is anxiety. Those who are anxious worry about making decisions that aren't perfect. They stress so much about how others see them and are concerned with taking any risk. So the last reason why so many are hesitant to be more spontaneous is difficulty with conflict and vulnerability. If you're in a relationship and having many conflicts, constant bickering could increase your stress level. Trust me, those with ambivalent attachment styles might avoid arguments. So they might be questioning their partner's love for them. They don't want to rock the boat by taking initiative to being spontaneous because they feel too vulnerable. So, how to be spontaneous in your relationship? Number one is to inject some fun. They say laughter is the best medicine, isn't it? And with relationships, it's really true. So think back. Has the fun been lost among the responsibilities? Or do you still find yourselves barely laughing together?
Probably Adam's eyes wouldn't have opened because women,
Step out of your comfort zone and try something new. It doesn't have to be jumping out of a plane or moving to a new country. And it doesn't have to be crazy or even expensive. Just something to help you reconnect, create new memories, and get comfortable around one another again. And if your partner suggests you try something new, just say yes, rather than thinking of all the reasons why you shouldn't. You never know, you might just enjoy it. Yeah, so number two is to change your mentality. Sometimes the biggest obstacle you have to overcome when it comes to keeping your relationship alive is yourself. A lot of times, people are stuck in old routines of how they believe things should be done. But sometimes you just have to step out of your comfort zone or think differently in order to make the spark come alive again. It doesn't matter if you've been with your spouse for 6 months or 6 years, there is always room to add a little bit of spontaneity to your relationship. It's a great way to keep your partner on their toes and help make the both of you not to get bored with each other. So try to think outside the box and don't be afraid to put a little effort. It can make your partner's day that you decide to do something romantic just for the heck of it. And I'm sure that will make you both happy in your relationship. Yeah, so let's move to the next. Number three is to listen carefully. Sometimes the best way to understand your partner and to learn how to spice things up is by simply listening. Taking the time to fully pay attention to what they are saying can make you more aware of their needs and wants. And you can incorporate that by doing random acts of kindness. For example, my husband surprised me with gifts of cashew nuts because I had randomly said in passing that it's been a while I ate nuts. It's little things like this that keeps couples on their toes. So next time, try to listen carefully to what your partner is saying and think outside the box of how you can randomly make their day. Yeah, so let's move to the next, which is small acts of kindness. One of the best ways to reestablish a lost connection is by introducing small, thoughtful acts into your everyday life. Just imagine opening your packed lunch in the office and finding a love note inside. Or maybe you pick up a bunch of beautiful flowers to take home for your partner. Yeah, so all these little surprises are saying, I've been thinking about you, I care so much about you, and I want to make you happy. And they will definitely open up the pathways for real emotional connection. And number five is little touches everywhere. As intimacy declines, a vicious circle often begins. So we get out of the habit of touch, we become less familiar with each other, and even become anxious about our own body image. And the feelings of rejection and resentment might begin to creep in. Simply introducing spontaneous moments of touch in our lives can help to undo this spiral. You can hold hands together with your partner as you stroll down the street. You can touch their shoulder as you make eye contact and laugh at a joke. Crucially, ensure you kiss goodbye and hello. And these moments don't need to be about sexual touches if that feels difficult. They can simply be about intimate connection and affection. And number six is to change the sex routine. Whether you and your partner are having sex often or not, it's time to switch things up. Usually, when you're having sex with your partner, and the same moves tend to pop up every single time. And while there is nothing wrong with that, sex can get boring because you already know what you're expecting. There are plenty of ways to add a bit of spice back into your sex life. I mean, just talking with your partner about what you like can change things significantly. So, this is the time to allow yourself to be vulnerable with your partner and cross new territories when it comes to your sex life. So, either way, it's a win win for the both of you, and there's really nothing to complain too much about. So, number seven is to try something new. Instead of going to the same restaurant you normally go to, switch things up. You can try out something new for your next date night. Doing this can remind you why you guys are together and that you still care about the relationship. One of the best ways to bring a hint of spontaneity back into your relationship is by changing the scenery completely. Plan a getaway for the weekend or plan a trip to a place you've never been before. And this can bring new romantic feelings back because you and your spouse are going to explore something new together. So intend to implement and maintain positive experiences of unpredictability by going above and beyond and getting out of your comfort zone. A new activity is preferred because novelty spikes romantic feelings and overall attraction when it is experienced between partners. Lack of curiosity is often a problem when one partner feels they know too much about the other. It can cause them to become disinterested. So, curiosity can be provoked by unpredictable circumstances, which are more likely to emerge with risk taking. And the last but not the least, which is number 8, is to break household routines. When couples cohabitate, they often have unspoken household routines. For instance, if you usually have a rule where if one cooks, the other does the laundry, you can switch these roles around in the house. It can add spontaneity because your partner isn't expecting it, and your partner will view it as a sweet gesture. So, next time, try to cook, clean, and do the laundry for your spouse. And I'm sure that your partner will appreciate it and show gratitude later. So, revitalize your romance by making your relationship a priority and remind yourself what first brought you to your partner. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, share this video, turn on your notification bell icon. If you have any question, drop it down in the comment section, or if there are video ideas or topic you want me to come up with, be sure to drop them in the comment section. I will check them out. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye.